Welcome to Cabo Properties YouTube channel.
Okay, so Jimmy Carter, tell the people, say subscribe to this channel now.
Okay,
Tell them.
Okay. Welcome to Egypt.
Yeah, and tell them to subscribe. Say subscribe now.
And Jimmy Carter now here.
Yeah, no, you tell the people. Say everybody watching, subscribe to this channel right now. Say that.
What is this?
Say subscribe.
Subscribe.
Yes, subscribe.
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 Yes.
Yeah.
To the channel.
So now.
Yes. Say that. You tell them. Say subscribe
Subscribe
to
to
the channel
the channel
right now.
right now.
Yeah. Say that in Arabic. Say that in Arabic. Tell them to follow me. Say follow this channel now.
Yeah, I mean Jimmy Carter.
Yeah.
Stay here. 9 pyramid.
Yes.
Kushe Cabo. Hello. This is Cabo Properties YouTube channel. My name is Showers. This is as you've seen on the description or the title, this is a review of my trip to Egypt, Hurghada, and of course I visited Cairo, Luxor, and of course I did the Super Safari as well. So I wanted to give my own take. I've published videos already because I filmed all the way there. I filmed while I was touring. All that has been published already on this channel. So if you haven't seen it, go back and watch them to see, especially for those of you looking to travel there, you know, to live there, to just visit, whatever. Go and see them. Will give you an idea of, you know, what to expect, what I have done, and see what you can do. You might be inspired to do some of the stuff I've done. But I want to just use this time to just talk specifically about, yeah, just so summarize it all. But before I do that, please don't forget to subscribe, like you've just heard from this guy. These people, these lovely people have told you to subscribe, so please do that. Hit that subscription button. And also, before I go further, somebody have asked me about the S's. They've seen this a lot on my hats, especially when I went to Egypt. I had it as well. This logo here, and I have it here. See my T-shirt. So basically, I'm a musician, and that is my logo, my brand logo. And I have hats and T-shirts. So I'm going to be releasing more merch, brands, you know, outfits and stuff like that. Fashion. I'm a fashionista as well. I like fashion, as you can see. So that's my logo. I've got them in different colors of hats and different styles as well. And I got different T-shirts as well, jumpers, etc. So anyway, but that's not what I'm talking about today. I just want to put that out for somebody who was asking me, somebody specifically messaging me, asking. Well, not just one person, a few people have asked me about it. That there is my logo as a musician, Showers Jallo. You can find that on other YouTube as well. Go check it out. Showers Jallo is my YouTube channel where I do all my music. Right, okay, enough of that. Let's get into the review that I want to talk about. So, Egypt Hurghada trip. So the first thing I want to say is it was very, very intriguing. It was, that's why I went, and it was very warm. That's great. The weather was brilliant, and you know, flying over the desert and arriving into Hurghada was amazing. I filmed that as well. You can, if you check out one of the videos, you'll see. Getting into the country was just amazing. I was looking through because I sat by the window. I was looking over the desert and the buildings. Amazing stuff. So I loved it. I enjoyed the time there. But yeah, the flight was cheap. The one thing I want to touch on is there was cheap flight to get to Hurghada. Cairo was expensive, but the Hurghada is cheap. I guess because loads of tourists go there, and yeah, so and maybe more flights. I don't know why, but it was far more cheaper. And so I flew in there. There was loads of tourists going to Hurghada, and of course you can see Hurghada is set up for tourism like that anyways. So when we arrived, it was warm. It was 28 degrees. It was great. It was great experience, and I had already booked the tours I wanted to do: Cairo, Luxor, and of course do the Super Safari. And when I arrived at the airport, the one thing that I want to advise you of, I've already made a video of that. If you check my video going to flying into the country, which I call, of course, avoid these scammers. That's what I call it. Go check it out. You should check out or watch out for the guys who will try and sell you visa that are not official. You need to watch out for that. Yeah, they tried to sell me a visa at the airport. Well, I was clever because I done my research before going in there. They tried to take £25 off me when the thing was just $25. So anyways, there's a proper booth where you can go to get the visa, to pay for the visa, and you stamp there right there and then before going to the immigration. So that's one thing I didn't like about arriving, and they're just there. It doesn't look like anybody cares. The police don't care, wherever don't care. They're just there asking you, harassing you, trying to confuse you. A bunch of people talking to you, like trying to confuse you. So watch out for that when you get to Egypt. Again, when I managed to get a visa, and then I walked out, get to the immigration and walk out. You get to this bit where the customs will check bags. So they searched my bag. What's interesting is they were not searching the ladies. Well, none of the ones I saw anywhere being searched. There was a group of guys in front of me. All of them got searched their suitcases, but the ladies they were with, they didn't check their suitcases at all. The ladies had to wait there for those guys. Then they arrived to me, they checked. I only had my rucksack with me, by the way. They checked it. But what's interesting is the guy took my passport and walked away, just walked away talking randomly. So from then on, I started filming. So if you check again the video where it says avoid these scammers, part of that clip is in there. So I started filming him, or filming my bag, and it's saying, just checking what's happening. So when he got back, his colleague told him in Arabic that I've been filming. So he said to me, oh, please delete the video you took. It's illegal, blah, blah, blah. And I said to him, well, you're filming, you walked away. So I wanted to know why. Anyways, I didn't delete it. I pretended as if I deleted it, but I have it. It's in there. So the prices, I think that's a similar thing that maybe happened at the airport anyway. Now, when you get there, they kept charging you in euros, dollars, or pounds in many, many, many places. Almost everybody asks for euro, dollar, or pounds. What's interesting is that if they charge in euros, say for example 10 euros for something, it is, if you say I don't have euros, they'll say, well, $10. If you say I don't have dollars, they'll say £10. So everything is the same. They're not thinking, well, hold on a minute, the pounds is slightly more heavier, or more, what's it called? Yeah, the pounds is stronger than the dollars and the euros. So therefore, if it is $10, for example, I should be paying like £5 or £6, kind of thing like that. So yeah, that's that. The idea that they just charge you for anything is not great. So maybe get yourself some local currency when you arrive there, or just go with dollars. You know what I mean? But of course, yeah, they charge everything in dollars and euros. Everything is the same. Ubers are great. So when I arrived at the airport, came out, I was able to get Uber straight up from there. So the Ubers worked fine. It was cheap as well, so which is good. And obviously it wasn't far where I lived. About half an hour drive, 20 minutes to half an hour drive. It cost me about like £2 something. Although the Uber driver tried to get more money off me by talking rubbish about paying some airport tax or whatever he paid, and then he's trying to get me to pay him some, I don't know, lots of money. Anyway, I ended up giving him £2 because I had some coins on me. I gave it to him. Yeah, I left. The trouble though with the Ubers and most of the cars there, well, not most of the cars, but the ones I took, the Ubers I took, the back seat belts did not work at all. They didn't have any, or if they have it, it wasn't working. The where you plug it in wasn't there. So you need to watch out for that as well. Yeah, you may not have your seat belt. The drivers as well smoke. It's a country where people smoke everywhere, most of the time. So even in the restaurants or in the nightclubs, in the car. So I remember telling the driver to stop smoking. He thought I wanted a cigarette, so he passed on the box of cigarettes. I was like, no, I don't smoke. I don't want you to smoke. So he stopped smoking anyway. But they don't smoke in the car when they pick you up. There was one Uber that I entered though. I think the second day was great. It was really clean, nice, seatbelts work, everything. I gave him 5 stars for that, and I gave him a tip as well. It was really cool. The taxis, the normal taxis that they will charge you super duper money because they know you're a tourist. So check out for those ones. One of them that took me back to the airport, because going back to the airport, I thought, well, no, I don't need to take Uber. I can just jump on one of these and go to the airport, because I had some more local currencies with me then. So I decided to take that instead, so that, because the Uber I was paying directly from my card in the UK, and I thought, well, why spend another £2 or £3 when if I have local currency, I could give that to one of the drivers around. You know, plus also I was lucky. I'd asked a local friend of mine to tell me what he thinks the cost will be. I mean, He replied late, but I just judged myself. I'm not going to pay more than 200 Egyptian pounds, which is about 3 to 4 pounds, British pounds. So anyway, I negotiated for 550. I ended up giving him 200 because he complained as well to say, well, I paid the airport tax, blah, blah, blah. But also, he waited for me anyway. That was good about the driver. He waited, this taxi guy. When we arrived, he said to me, I'm not sure whether it's Terminal 1 or Terminal 2 for British departures for flights to UK. Well, I'll take you to Terminal 1. If that's not the terminal, let me know. I'll take you to Terminal 2. So he was a nice guy. He waited, and I checked. I turned back to him and gave him a thumbs up. That's when he left. So I was happy for him to keep the 200 200 Egyptian pounds. So money like this. This is the money. I have it here. I have, because I had extra anyway. So this is Egyptian pounds. That's 100. So that's like maybe 3 to 4 pounds kind of thing. No, sorry. That's about 2 quid. Well, I was changing sometimes at 50 to, or officially I think it's about 39 or something. But some people change on the streets. If you change 50 to a pound at the time when I was there, this will be 2 quid. So of course I have 2 of those, that means 4 quid. Depending on where you change, it might be more. So yeah, he had that. That was fine because he waited. That was cool. So the tours, I think one thing I didn't like about the tours was some of the hidden charges, and some of the time the tour guides will take you places where it's not necessary really. You know what I mean? They probably have negotiated with these guys. Maybe they have they get commission, so they'll take you there for you to spend money, so they get commission. So one thing that I didn't like on the tours, like when I went to the Valley of the Kings in Luxor, so the tour that I paid for included everything. That's what they said, apart from the name. Basically, the tour people I booked via tour online, and the local companies, of course, take you there. They listed things that are included in your money and things that are not included. However, when we go to the Valley of the Kings, they ask us that we need to pay to get to see Tutankhamun. It's not forceful anyway, you don't have to. But they know Tutankhamun's tomb. Tutankhamun is very popular dude, isn't it? And his tomb, if his tomb is there, a lot of people want to go see his mummy. His mummy was in there, that's what they said. So of course they charge you extra for that when you get there. But my issue is they didn't say that in the things that are excluded when I was buying my tour to Luxor. They didn't say it there. So when I got there, I was shocked to find out that I have to pay 20 euros or 20 pounds or $20 to get in to see Tutankhamun's mummy. So that was strange. I think that should have been made clear on when you're booking. So for those of you going to be booking to go to Luxor in the Valley of the Kings, note that Tutankhamun's tomb, to get in there, you have to pay extra charge. I've posted a video on that. If you go check my video, Valley of the Kings, you will see when I went into Tutankhamun's tomb, the mummy, to see the mummy. So I would advise you go with dollars, because they'll charge you in euros, 10 euros, 20 euros. I mean, but if you have $20, you can pay with that. So find dollars, or when you go there, change to local currency. If you have cash, some other people had pounds. They were just paying. One guy was just paying in pounds, but he was losing. We had to actually renegotiate. Well, I had to challenge him first of all. When they asked me to pay, I had to challenge him because I didn't have pounds. I had local currency, and the guy said, "Give him pounds." Then we give him the local currency. So I told him, "But you will lose money." Well, I will lose money. He will lose money as well. So luckily, another guy who was with us, who is Arab, also, figured out what I was saying. He also chipped in and says, "You know what? No, we need to recalculate this. If he's paying in pounds and the pounds is stronger than the euros, let's calculate how much that is." So we did that. We calculated it. That dude got 20 pounds back. Well, 17 pounds, because I was meant to have the 3 pounds something from that. Because he's been paying for all his family. So all the money they added, it came up to about 20 quid. Thankfully, that Arab guy did. And the Arab dude, he was lucky because he's Arab. He was paying far less than us. Where we were paying 20 quid, he was paying like £1 because he's Arab. So that's what he told me. He was paying less. He didn't buy some of those things before he got there. So, I mean, he's from here as well. He come from UK, but he's Arab. So because he's Arab, when he goes to buy some of the tickets that we're paying for to go and see the different places, like to go to the tomb, to get to another temple, Karnak temple, and then places, he was paying like £1, whilst we had paid 20 quid because he's Arab. So Hey, if you're Arab, oh, God bless you. So yeah, that guy got money back. So yeah, they were taking it to sites, like I mentioned, they were taking us to sites that they probably get money from. Like for example, they took us to do the River Nile on the Thames. Like this lady you're looking at now, as you can hear, she's talking about, she mentioned about not going in to see to the pyramids because there's nothing much there and it's going to cost us like 30 euros. But she encourages us to do the River Nile and the camel ride, the panoramic ride next to the pyramids, or the horse ride, which is 10 euros each. So 20 euros. So I did both, but I don't think it's worth doing the River Nile. I mean, it's up to you. If you want to say, well, I've sat on the boat on the River Nile, that's fine. Which for me, yeah, is same thing. I could say, I would say now that, oh yeah, I sat on the boat on the River Nile because it's a popular river, isn't it? But there's nothing much to see apart from just on the boat on the River Nile. 10 euros for that. I don't think that's worth it, but it's up to you. The camel ride thing or the horse ride thing, really, if you're able to walk, you can just walk it. If I knew that it's something that walkable distance, I wouldn't have gone for taking a horse at all. I'll just walk it down. Because when we got there and back, I'm like, this is quick. I mean, I'm strong, I'm young, I'm energetic, I exercise. So walking that distance is no problem. It's not far, really. It's about 5 minutes walk or so. Really, you can do the whole thing, unless if you go really slowly, because obviously it's a nice views, you can take photos, then maybe it might take 10 minutes or so. But really, you can walk down that panoramic area 5 minutes, 5 minutes there, 5 minutes back or less. So it's up to you anyway. So I don't think that was necessary. I don't think it was necessary. Yes, a lot of people have confirmed that it's true that there's nothing much in the pyramids to see, but they're deliberately trying to say don't do it, don't go in there, because, and they encourage you to take the horses because obviously they will make money from that. They will not tell you that you can actually walk around to do the panoramic thing, innit? So yeah, I think that was a little bit disappointing as well for me anyway. But the experience was great. Going there, seeing the pyramids. The guy who took us on the horse ride was amazing. The way he took photos, he took nice photos of us, like this one. Amazing stuff, you know. You see the photos there, is brilliant, isn't it? So he takes nice photos, he knows what he's doing. He's been there for years. Like that was the guy that I said that I tried to get to say subscribe to this channel. He couldn't even say subscribe to this channel, but he knows how to take brilliant photos with an iPhone. That's amazing. Like, he's been there ages, he knows what he's doing. I think that's something that everyone that works in the tourist industry there knows. They know how to what things, you know, how to get you to pose, what you should do to pose for amazing pictures, etc. They've been doing that for years, I guess. Everywhere you go. Same thing when we went to do the Super Safari. The guy that was there with us taking photos, they'll have all this typical stuff they tell you to do this. I think they know now tourists like this thing. They have it's like a checklist. Do the peace sign, jump like this, stretch like this. They know it all. So the Super Safari thing was thrilling. I mean, riding the quad bikes and the buggy was great. Go to the mountain though. I'm not sure to me, nah. It's good riding on the 4x4 going there, but it's just a trip to say let's go to a village. That's it, really. There's nothing much. The camel ride was a very short ride and perhaps not even worth doing it anyway. Well, it's not worth doing it for me. I don't know for you. But the camels as well, you don't know how well they're looking after the animals there. So it was not impressive in that sense. The quad biking thing was impressive. It was fun driving on the desert. Like I said, the bogies was just fun thing to do. And then they do some partying for us, dancing performance, basically fire performance, belly dancing, etc. That's all great. I have a video on that as well. If you look at the Super Safari video I did, yeah, if you check that out, you see all of that. It's amazing. So the barbers, I didn't cut my hair. Now my hair is gone. Since I cut my hair in Egypt, I haven't done it. I need to probably cut my hair again tomorrow. It's New Year, man. I need to look brand new. So yeah, I went to the barbers to cut my hair. The guys are charging me about 7 euros. So anyways, and the barber shop was not really clean or whatever. It was not, you look rough. And the guy looked rough as well. He was probably drunk as well. And he became aggressive as well when I was trying to negotiate with him. So I walked off. I walked out of the barber shop. As I was walking, the other guy chased me and came after me and said, no, please, sorry, my friend was aggressive. So he knew his friend was aggressive as well. So, you know what I mean? He came and apologized, tried to ask me how much he charged me. I said, no, I don't want to talk about it. Anyway, he then said to me, because I was walking to go look for another barbershop that I'd seen, before I came to theirs. He says, I got this other one here, blah, blah, blah. And then we negotiated for me to pay, I think, 3 to 4 euros, something like that. Went in there, this guy cut my hair. I still got the coat, see? I don't know what you think. Rough now. I put my hat back. Cut my hair and I started washing my face. I put all this stuff on my face. I didn't ask for that, but I thought it's all part of it. Anyway, finished washing my face done, finished. Cut my hair done. I paid him the amount of money that we agreed in local currency, and I gave him tip as well. I added some tip. I can't remember whether it was 10 or 20, whatever. I don't know how much I added, but I gave him tip. He complained. He says, oh, no, because he washed my face, I need to pay more. I think I need to give him 50 Egyptian more. I was like, hold on, that was not the deal. Anyways, he let it go when I told him that was not the deal. This is what this guy told me. And I asked you before you cut my hair, you agreed. So why now you asking me? He said, because you washed my face. Well, I didn't ask you to wash my face. You just washed my face. Started putting all this thing on my face and wash my face, blah, blah, blah. I thought that was a part of the haircut thing. Because some people do that. They will put one towel on their head. Anyways, it wasn't. I told him I'm not going to give him extra money. He left it. Well, anyway, what I'm saying is people will try to get as much money off you to rip you off when you're a tourist there. So watch out for that. So the other thing that happened is the drivers that took us on the trip when we went from Luxor, on the way back, they dropped people off. So I was the last one in the coach to drop at my hotel. So I told him to drop me just on the streets, not to really go inside in front of the hotel, basically, because I didn't want him to come off. It's a one-way system. Anyway, he called me whilst we were driving towards to drop me off. He called me closer to sit next to him and he started asking me questions where I'm from. And then he asked me for a tip. I gave him tip. I gave him about 55 Egyptian. He wasn't happy with the 5. He said to me, this 5 is nothing, blah, blah, blah. Like, try to hand it back to me. So I said, okay, give me back all the money. I think he realized he's messed up, so he didn't give it back to me, but he was complaining to say this 5 is nothing. I gave him 55, He was complaining about the 5, it's not the 50. Anyways, he was basically complaining. I think he wanted more money. So he didn't give it back to me. When he stopped, I got off. He said, okay, see you next time. I think he realized that he hasn't done well. So I haven't really left a review for them yet on TripAdvisor or whatever. But I'll try and do that and complain about that very driver. It's not good. That is not a good thing. He mentioned other things which are private, but I'm not going to mention that anyway. Oh, the other thing that happened, yeah, same thing with the cars. Drivers want to get money off you. A lot of the Gulf cars when we went to the Valley of the Kings, and then we went to Queen Hatshepsut's temple as well. Yeah, the guys who kept asking me to sit at the front of the golf cart. But each time it's for me to tip them in, they will say, oh, we need you to sit at the front. I was with the cameras filming, of course, but they kept saying sit at the front, as if it's just to give you a special kind of treatment. But when you sit there, it's to ask you for a tip. Watch the videos as well whenever you see it all there. Don't forget that everything is laid out for you to spend money. So these guys will take you to places to say, we visited the place, nice to see, but they obviously hoping that you spend money there and they get commission, perhaps. So overall, it is a good experience going into Egypt. I learned a lot. All the things I've read, most of the things I've read, I went there to just confirm some of it. I seen going closer to the pyramids, that was great. And I seen the temple, Karnak temple was amazing. Going in there was really good experience. And then of course the Valley of the Kings, just going into all those tombs and seeing it all. It was great. The weather, like I mentioned earlier on, was amazing as well. Especially the last tour I did, the last day was very hot. When we were in Karnak temple and the Valley of the Kings, it was really, really hot day as well. I loved it. I'm not complaining about it. It was brilliant. The people are lovely. People smile, people talk to you, friendly. Of course, you're a tourist as well. People want to talk to you for stuff. But generally, people are friendly. We're Africans. Africans, we're always friendly. We're always welcoming. So people who do that, Yeah. The Airbnb I stayed in was very, very cheap in Hurghada. I've already made a video on that as well. Go check it out. It's called My Experience in the apartment I stayed. Go check it out. You see, it's very cheap. But for the price, it was good. It wasn't bad at all. I was actually surprised that it was that good. So that's my review. Like I said, overall it's great to go. We visit, just watch out for certain things, and yeah, go there and enjoy yourself. I hope this one makes sense. If you have any questions, drop it in the comment section. And if you have any suggestions or you confirm what I've said or deny what I've said, please drop that in the comment section. Thank you for watching. My name is Showers, and this is Cabo Properties YouTube channel. Peace.
Right, folks, don't forget to
subscribe to this channel now.